Community to Community's vision is development with dignity. No shame, no pity. We amplify dignity and progress led by the people of Petit-Goave. In a world too often defined by headlines, something incredible is happening. Communities here don't just survive, they are working hard to thrive. Community to Community is working with the people of Petit-Goave to restore vital resources. A much-needed canal is built one hand at a time. Roads are carved into a mountain with simple tools, bringing safe passage to their children and elders. This is development with dignity. And while access to continuous healthcare is saving lives, trees planted today will nourish future generations. Each person is building, planting, and teaching. We are not the heroes. You are. The person willing to support this movement and say, yes, I want to be a restorer of dignity. Join Community to Community.
Bonsoir, bonsoir tout le monde. My microphone. Let me get it and put it out here. This is part of the comedy this morning, this afternoon. So most of you all don't know this, but along with being the CEO and fire starter of Community to Community, that I'm also an actor. And one of the things that you learn as an actor is that the show must go on. We say this because while you in the audience see the perfectly coiffed hair and the costumes and the props and the stage, what you do not see is the madness backstage. There are times where I've walked off stage, literally ripped all my clothes off, put on a whole other costume, ran around the backstage. Sometimes I had to go outside the building, run around to the other side, go in so that I can come in on the other side of the stage. Did anyone know this? Absolutely not. Because they were so focused and enthralled with what was going on stage. They had bought into the vision. They had transported to where the activity was taking place. They were 100% 10 toes down of what was going on. And that is what they were committed to. And we, the actors on stage, were committed to presenting this for them so that they could buy in, connect, commit, be a part of something greater than themselves without knowing all of the stuff that was going on backstage. But today, I'm going to let you know some of the things that are going on backstage. Because I get it all of the time. Oh, MarieYolaine, looks so beautiful on the podcast, and your hair and your makeup and all of the things. Yeah, I did not wake up like this. Promise, trust, believe what I'm saying to you. You don't know what's going on outside of this frame, but there's a lot going on. But the show must go on, whether that is moving something right outside the frame, or as my producer Connie got kicked out 3 times after loading up all the pictures and all the video and everything else, got kicked out. She came back in, loaded everything up again. 2 seconds before we were supposed to go on, got kicked out again. She came back on for the 3rd time, loaded everything up 1 picture at a time and the video, so that we could produce and present this episode to you. The show must go on. You don't know all of the behind the scenes stuff, but just know that in life, much like in acting, all of the chaos will continue to happen. You have to decide if you will say what we say. The show must go on. I must go on. The projects must go on. This health and wellness center must be built. This road will be paved. This canal will be constructed. It must go on. The work must go on. We must go on. And the reason that we must go on is for those who are coming on after us. That is why the show must go on. That is what I hold fast to. This is the organization that we have built. This is what you're coming into, coming on this podcast today. So I am happy that you're here. I have wonderful things to share with you, but also hard, difficult things to share with you, for you to know that those hard, difficult things do not define us, defeat us, or distract us, because the show must go on. People are counting on us, and we are counting on ourselves. So I'm happy you're here. Bonsoir tout le monde. Remember, the show must go on. Whatever it is that's going on in your life right now, the show must go on. And I will also say that what you feel at the end of the show is the same thing we feel as actors. You walk out and you get that applause, knowing full well that those people did not even know all of the things that happened backstage. But they are clapping because you have given them an amazing experience. That's the job. And they know that they were a part of something much greater than themselves. The show must go on. Happy Caribbean Heritage Month. I'm glad that you're here. I am overjoyed because it appears that the winter is actually gone. We're excited about that because it was cold up until like May 31st. But it's hot outside, and I'll be taking a walk right after this show. So welcome back to Restoring Dignity with C2C. I'm your host, MarieYolaine. I am the fire starter and CEO of C2C Haiti, where our vision is development with dignity. When you support this mission, you are not standing on the outside looking in. You are part of the story. You move from being a spectator of the work to a participant in the work. And your giving makes lasting impact. You ensure that the show goes on. So I encourage you to visit c2chaiti.org and learn more about the Haiti Restoration and Transformation Project, and learn about the Reforestation Initiative, Education Initiative, our focus on health and sanitation, and our Economic Development Initiative. Read everything. Look at all the videos and get in where you fit in, because I'm sure you will fit in somewhere. I hope all is well in your world today. I have a question for you. Have you noticed the weather lately? Like, whether you're on the East Coast, the Midwest, or the West Coast, have you noticed the strength of the weather? The gale force winds? How hot it has been and how cold it has been? Like, we're not sure that there was a spring here in New York. It just seemed to go from winter to summer. And then it went back to winter. And then it went to fall. And then it went back to winter. Have you noticed that? Do you see that happening where you are? Whether it's the winds that make us go, that's not a breeze. It's giving tornado. And that's weird for us because we're on the East Coast. How about the torrential downpours? Yesterday, I was coming home and it went from sunny blue sky, then it just got dark, then it seemed like the entire sky opened up and there was a torrential downpour. Later on, I learned via the news that trees had got knocked down on cars and power lines were down and people were without power. You know what that means? Hurricane season is upon us in the US and in the Caribbean. What's interesting, though, is that it keeps moving more inland. Usually it's Florida, maybe the upper East Coast and around the Texas area. Not so much up here. But as of late, I feel like I'm in Haiti all the time with this weather. So We're live today for this podcast, and our topic is when the rain comes. Because this season right here of this hurricane season is all over the Caribbean, all over the East Coast. And I want to talk to you about today about what we're doing in Petit-Goave when the rain comes. So what does it mean for our mountainside partner community in Petit-Goave, Haiti? How the recent rainfall has impacted the work on the mountain and how people are responding, and why infrastructure and projects like road work, canal work, and the future Health and Wellness Center are crucial for the health and safety of the people in our partner communities. So I'm going to share with you, and Responsable Jean will be on, I believe, next week with some even more details and video. But he sent me some pictures that I want to share with you that really show you the determination, the urgency, and the kind of community-led action that keeps communities prepared to respond for when, not if, the rain comes. So having been there during hurricane season, I can tell you it is an experience. I remember once when we were on the mountain and the rain had come down, and we spent the night because we weren't able to come back down. And the next morning it was fresh, because whenever in the tropics that it rains, it's literally to break the heat. And then the air is really, really fresh, which was awesome. So we had a wonderful breakfast, listening to the rooster crow. I got to walk and pray and meditate on this glorious mountain. And, we put on our gear, and we're in a valley. So we have to walk up, across, over, and down. It's about hour and 45-minute walk to get to our car at the base. And then there's another 45 minutes to get to the main road. So as we're walking, we feel our feet getting heavier and heavier. And I look across from me, and I'm then look down, and I realized my shoes, which had started flat, were like mud, more mud, more mud, and more mud. At one point, I think it felt like I had ankle weights on. And from the valley up to the plateau, folks couldn't even go anymore because the mud had caked itself. So we turned around and we went back to the hub where we sleep. And the old saying came to me: when the mountain says no, it is no. And that's one of the sayings I used to hear after a heavy downpour and our plans to go up the mountain to provide healthcare services, to meet with APHD had to be postponed. Any work that the people were doing, planting, had to be postponed. We couldn't go up to the people, and the people could not come down to us. We would have to wait. And when you're elderly and you need your medicine, or you're pregnant and you need to see the doctor, or your child has woken up coughing, and you know that the nearest location is a 2-hour walk, it is hard to just wait. And then when the rain falls for hours, all the work often has to pause. You feel like it's going to stop until you see these folks go to work. Take a look at some of these pictures that Eugene sent me. So this recent rainfall not only had overflown the La Digue River, which is in town, it also calls for mudslides. So the community came out in droves because, again, they're trapped up there and the people at the bottom can't come up and they can't come down. So they're out there with their pickaxes, shovels. Sometimes the elderly come with those coffee can, Bustelo, the coffee cans, because they feel like they want to help as well. and they will come and they will literally scoop out mud and help everyone. So in this picture here, you see them starting to work on that section of the road up the mountain. Then they move from there to another section and continue. And you'll see in this next picture, right? So now it's more rocks. So they have come with everything that they have. And because most of them are farmers, they're able to bring some of the tools that they use for farming. And it's men, it's women, it's children, because this road benefits everybody. So when they come out, they know that they're helping their neighbor and themselves, right? I think that there's at least 2 more pictures. I want to see what the next one is of them. Yep. So again, they literally work in groups because it's a long stretch, right? And so this could take 3, 4, 6 hours depending. And because rain may come again, it's important to do it continuously. So it's like clearing up the area, knowing full well that it's going to rain again, and then coming back to do it again. What has changed, though, since we've been working on this area is the canals on the side, right? So there's the overflow of the rain will go in there. So the mudslides and the mud in and of itself has decreased a lot because now the rain has somewhere to go. And then once this is done, you see how the road is a lot clearer and drier, but that the work has to continue because of this is not a permanent solution. This is a stopgap, right? So kudos to them, because I'm going to tell you, I don't know, the last time, you dug out one of the snowstorms we had earlier this year, that this is backbreaking labor, right? Doing this for 3 hours is not a game. So with hurricane season happening every year from June to November, we've learned to adapt, adjust, and evolve because priorities shift, and they have to because the show must go on. People mobilize after the rain to attend to the road to make it passable for people to come down and for us to come up. They respond to flooding risks, clear access points, and manage transportation routes and protect what they can, which is oftentimes for the farmers to protect their crops, fruit-bearing trees, making sure that rocks don't become dislodged because some of them are boulders, right? And protect what they can while preparing for what comes next. So, as you can see from the pictures that we just shared, even in the middle of the rain, the work continues. The show must go on. I'm happy to report also that the canal work is also going to be continuing in this month of June. So that, again, as far as we've gotten, we need to complete it so that the overflow that comes after and basically floods everyone's houses, that will come to an end. We will direct the water. And a lot of that water will be able to be used for irrigating crops and also drinkable water as well. So in the event of droughts, we will have water accessible in the captages that are in the different communities, right? And completing the canal will prevent flooding and improve safety and the long-term well-being of the community. This is not separate from the bigger vision. It's all part of it. And your support helps us to respond to what is urgent right now while continuing to build toward what is needed long-term, including the future health and wellness center on the mountain. This is development with dignity. And we are grateful that people are still giving after the Golf Classic because they see the need and they see the work and they want to help. And if you're one of those people, I want to say thank you for seeing us and for locking hands with us because you want to see the dreams of this community come to fruition, come to reality. This is why we've chosen to leave the donation portal open until the end of the month. $20,000 has already gone down to secure and store the materials to begin the construction of the Health and Wellness Center. Yay! I'm so super excited about that. Your giving helps to support the work in front of us now and the vision ahead. Every dollar helps us respond with dignity, urgency, and care. So if anything I have shared, anything that you've seen resonates with you, I encourage you to donate. Just go to C2Chaiti.org and click the donate button. Simple, right? Because the center, the Health and Wellness Center, will be built. The canal will be constructed. And who wouldn't want to be a part of all of this amazing work being done by these amazing communities? So go to C2Chaiti.org. All of the information is there. And if you want to contact us, you have any questions, maybe you have some ideas, maybe you're an engineer, nurse, doctor, and you want to lend your gifts, talents, and abilities to this vision of development with dignity, by all means, reach out. And for those of you who choose to give of your time, your talent, and your treasure on behalf of the C2C team and the communities that we serve on the ground and APHD and ODCP, I say merci en pile. Thank you very much. Know that you are planting seed in good ground that will yield an amazing harvest that arguably will be generational. This is the kind of change you're making. So if any of this has resonated with you, go to C2Chaiti.org. Thank you for being here with me today. I appreciate it. Thank you for caring about Haiti. Thank you for caring about dignity. Thank you for caring about what it means to be in community and to build with community, not on them, not for them, but with them. So thank you for joining us live. Thank you for sharing this episode and help us to spread the word about the good work that Community to Community is doing. So there's still time to be a part of something greater than yourself. Merci en pile. I'll see you next time on Restoring Dignity with C2C. Bon Dieu béni. God bless you. Bye-bye.